Shackleton's Atlantic Expedition, winter, 1915. The pressure on the ship from the surrounding ice was extreme, wrenching, twisting, and contorting the ship as the ice floes moved and shifted around it. By October, the roar of pressure from the ice outside was almost constant. The pressure reached its height on 27th of October, 1915. The decks began to break upwards, and the keel was ripped out. The water poured in. Shackleton gave the order to abandon ship. Awful calamity has overtaken our ship that has been our home for over 12 months. We're homeless and adrift on the sea ice. Frank Hurley Diary, 27th of October, 1915.
Like when I first started making these dogs, I was thinking back to when I did ceramics as a kid, and I think the first thing I made, and certainly the first thing it's at home, Mum still has it, is this dog on the tucker box, which was like a little, probably about the same size. It was made of terracotta, and it represented this story I'd heard about that was kind of a famous legend in Australia about a man who didn't come back from the war, and his dog waited patiently on the tucker box for him. And so the dog was found kind of just hopefully, pensively waiting. Ooh. So in Melbourne we drink quite a lot of coffee, so I've gotten a bit snobby about it. So I like to make my own quite a lot. And these are like nice fresh beans from local suppliers. I used to work in this street in Melbourne called De Graves Street, and they had about, like, I don't know, 5 or 10 coffee shops, but the place next door to where I work was called De Graves Espresso, and I think it's the only coffee shop I've been where someone remembered my name. It was nice to have that each morning. Jared, you want a coffee?
Sure.
Oh, you.
Okay, Jack. This coffee is delicious.
Strange.
I just spilled some on me. What else is that? So you even have dingoes in Australia?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, there's this their episode of Seinfeld where Elaine was at this party and some lady's like, "Have you seen my baby?" And she like kept saying it, and so Elaine looks over and she's like, "The dingo ate your baby." And so like in the office, there's this they were talking about like answering phones and stuff, and like one of the like this guy Kevin, who's like one of the slower guys on the show, like he's supposed to be like really dumb. Mm-hmm. He's like, when I answer, can I be Australian, mate? And he's like, his accent's terrible. He's like, I like kangaroos and dingo babies.
Oh my goodness. fish. Yeah, when I was about to go to Denmark, I had all this collection of Princess Mary pictures, and I put one of them on the fridge. I begged the local newsagent for this big poster, and I put it on my fridge at home, and people would come around, my flatmates' friends, and they'd be like, "Why is Princess Mary on your fridge?" And that would be my cue to talk about this, like my new favourite subject. So on the red carpet in Denmark, when I went to meet the princess, I had printed out pictures of her, and I ended up handing her a little letter inviting her to come to the exhibition where I was going to be exhibiting her head. I had a printout of a letter and some pictures that were of my sculpture, and I was going to have an exhibition opening, so I invited the princess to come to it. And of course she didn't come, but it was good fun going and seeing if she would. Hey Dad, how you doing?
Very good, thank you.
Good. Good, good. Hello. Oh look. Should I'll make you big. Oh wait. Yeah, I'm just in my studio. There you are. Oh, you're big and scary because it's all digitized. So are you going to the gym today, or what are you up to? Yeah. It was really windy yesterday. Yeah, there's been, I think there have been, I just don't listen to the news. And they send us warnings if there's going to be a tornado close here, which is handy.
We have to drive through them?
No, I don't think so. You fill in a day one, you have to fill in something to come to America. You know, it's not technically a visa. It's like you're allowed to stay for 30 days. You just have to fill it in online. It's kind of easy, but you have to do it. Make sure it's done. Just make sure. Yeah. So the reason I was working on these dogs is because I was inspired by Shackleton's trip, and they took dogs with them. And I was particularly inspired because the ship sank, and then all the men had to also shoot their dogs, so they kind of were lonely, and they had to do these horrible things. And so I guess it was just the emotion of the situation that kind of rung true with me, because I'm here away from my family, and you know, it's America. I'm being dramatic if I equate it with Shackleton's adventure. It's a bit scary for me being here, but it's not nearly as dramatic as it was for them. They got stuck in the ice and watched their boat sink, and then had to shoot all their dogs.